Have you ever wondered how the gacha game now really help the player to enjoy the game in multitasking activity? Because gacha game has a dominant games genre which is AFK and idle, and this type of game now is getting more attention from the player. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Gacha Android Games English, Top Gacha Games RPG Mobile. Chaos Zero Night impressive is the best way to describe how good this game is. I really believe how the game will reach the peak of the hype once the game releases globally. The main reason why most players get so much attention is because of the visualization and how the combat base looks. The animation skill looks super dynamic with so much detail on every element that will easily attract you to keep playing. With a third-person perspective point of view, once we pick the selection card that will give you a new experience from a different angle. So this is a new RPG gacha game that has a card build deck base, which means you need to maintain and control which skill card we should put on the deck. It will show up randomly, so you really need to concentrate on manipulating the strategy to multiple your damage to the enemy. Chaos Zero Nightmare is the best gacha RPG game because the gacha rate is really high even if you will get a free 5-star hero easily. Seven Knights Rebirth. Finally, this game released globally after such a long time waiting for it to launch in English. I would be honest, the game's developer, which is Netmarble company, now really understand how to make the newbie players keep playing it. There are 3 main points that I noticed the most. The first one, the gacha rate is absolutely very high. Even you will get a guarantee of legendary hero once you summon 10 pulls. A lot of epic tiers will show up and you can easily dominate the earlier game, which means it's kind of no pay-to-win gacha game. The second one is the developer keep the original content to the veteran player. Even most of the characters are the same within the previous version, but of course the graphics have been enhanced multiple times. The third one is it can be played as a casual game or a competitive game, because you can play the game fully auto without touching any single button, but you should manage your hero to boost their strength significantly before entering the PvP mode. Seven Knights Rebirth is the best new gacha game RPG mobile. Dragon Raja Re-Rise. If you are looking for an alternative of Reserve 1992, then this game will be the best one. With a similar character looks and a really aesthetic visual, making the player will easily fall in love with the game. With a very simple gameplay which is full of auto, idle, or AFK base, will easily deliver the game's mechanism for a newbie player or a player who's getting busier on their real life. Then Dragon Raja Re-Rise will be the best game gacha you should play. You know, the score on the Play Store consistently stays on the highest number, which is 4.9 stars. I would assume if the developer is doing a great job to understand what the player wants. The gacha rate is super high, even though I got a ton of free SSR heroes after clearing the tutorial. Well done, dev. The visual is adorable with a dynamic skill showcase. In combat, you will play it in relaxing mode. Don't touch any button and let the game play by itself. Especially the ultimate skill will be launched when the gauge meter reaches the maximum amount. The best RPG new gacha Android is Dragon Raja Re-Rise. Silver and Blood. Such an interesting new gacha game RPG on mobile. The game's theme is really out of the box. It comes with a gothic theme with a vampire set that blends amazingly with a dark fantasy base. Even the intro music seems so adorable with an opera SAWERIA. As a player, you will have full control on selecting 2 main options, either to enjoy the combat or just speed up the gameplay because you can skip all of the skill animation. Seriously, this is the best game gacha for a free-to-play player. From the earlier game, I've collected about 4 SSR heroes on our team. This number is really insane and I got them all through gacha, which I mean it really indicates how interesting the gacha rate is. With an idle and AFK concept, I'm sure you will easily fall in love with a combination of storyline, visual, and music background. Silver and Blood is the best gacha game for Android and iOS. Anchor Panic. Finally, one of the most anticipated game gacha on mobile come to the Play Store officially, because I always downloaded the game through a different application which doesn't have any English version yet. But right now, you will easily understand the game's storyline that is supported with an English version. The combat mechanism is quite unique because we can trigger the next skill by touching the skill. So the pattern will be a basic attack first, then the regular skill after, and the last one will be the ultimate skill. But the ultimate skill needs a certain condition to release by filling up the gauge meter first. But honestly, the gauge meter is pretty easy to fill up because we only need to use 2 times of a regular skill will be enough to maximize the parameters. Unfortunately, the gacha rate does not really get attention from the developer. I really hope they will update it and raise the gacha rate chance. Lost Sword. I really love seeing this kind of game. It's pretty special because not many games have this genre right now. The game's combat mechanism will be so easy, and even we should keep moving forward to continue the adventure. It has a fully an auto-based RPG where the player doesn't need to touch any single button while in the combat. Even you can let the game play by itself to continue the journey within a certain second. I really love how the character design is. The outline looks so sharp, and the characteristic of the voiceover are really on point to represent the actual hero. Every hero will have their main dominant color to represent their main elements. While in combat, we'll find so much dialogue between the hero to represent the current condition. Lost Sword is the best RPG gacha game on mobile right now. Fantasy of Light. If you only have a very small size left on your smartphone, then I would suggest you to play this game as your main gacha base. The game size is absolutely small, it's about 1 GB only, and you have a very simple mechanism, which is the game will 100% run by an auto. The skill meter will automatically recharge by itself and even will be released in auto. So as a player, it's totally nothing to do while you are in the combat. The only thing we can do is manage the hero's power, like the level, stars, and also gear up the hero's equipment. I love how it has a very interesting gacha rate, and as a free-to-play player, I have collected 2 SSR heroes freely. Saint Seiya X. I think this is the only Saint Seiya game on mobile, even though I am expecting if the game will become an action just like the movie, but this genre seems quite matching on it. So the main character can explore a certain area, but of course the auto pathfinding will help you a lot to clear the mission by itself. From the character design and how the hero skill is 100% represent the actual anime on the movies. Just to let you know, I grew on this anime especially when I was a child, so I truly understand and notice how the developer is optimizing the skill pretty well to become way more closer into the anime. It's 100% satisfying for me. No wonder it's not a fan-made, but made by the official one. King of Sailing. I can't imagine how possible a fan-made creates such an amazing one-piece game that looks so realistic from the graphic. Seriously, it's unbelievable. The gameplay is full of auto combat while in-game. There is only one button we can tap, which is to speed up the game faster. But you can't underestimate the gameplay because the skill visualization is the next level, so smooth with a high level of similarities as the actual anime. I love how we will get 2 free SSR heroes, which are Sanji and also Nami. Unfortunately, the storyline is not the same. The developer adds some extra story to deliver a new experience to the player. What a great new gacha RPG game Android. Please note, never do any top up until the game releases globally. Outer Plane. Even though it has been released for a long day before, but the game's quality can be compared with the other turn-based gacha game. Not from the gacha side, because it doesn't have an interesting of gacha rate, but the game's visual, the quality, animation, visual, and also graphic is top-notch. I'm sure every player would love to play it because of that reason, but I was hoping after several months had passed, the developer would raise the gacha rate, but until now, it's nothing different at all. Of course, as a gacha lover, this thing will be the first priority aspect we see. Outer Plane is one of the best gacha games with AAA games level. Bonus, Reverse 1999. Can you count how many SSR heroes I have? I got 8 SSR heroes in total and I'm a 100% free-to-play player. I never did any single top up, but the number of the legendary heroes I have is really insane. I don't know exactly how the game's developer gets some profit while the game is really no pay-to-win gacha game, but surely it's a really good and pretty satisfying for me. The game's combat mechanism are really good and quite simple. We only need to launch any attack to the enemy and collect 5 orbs in total to be able to release the ultimate skill. With a great storyline and amazing music background will easily hook you to play. These all are the best gacha RPG games with an English version. Remember to like this video. Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next list. Thanks.